Welcome back to a new video. So this was actually my Monday session, which in the first 2 weeks of this block were a really light day, almost an off day, just light muscle snatches and overhead press. But I was feeling really motivated to train and feeling really good, so I decided to just do the block session that was normally on Tuesdays. And there was some good and some bad in the session. Got up to a heavier weight, then got up two of the heaviest weights that I have in the 3 weeks. Just wasn't as crisp as I would have liked. Started with 50, a couple sets there, and then went up here to the 70. Was able to do doubles here at 70, well I guess obviously 50 as well, but with 70, 90, and with 100 without any sort of technical breakdown or any sort of like major issues. With 105, started to have some issues, as you'll see. And then with 110, just didn't have enough strength to get the second rep on either set. So in a sense, it's progress, like to be able to get up to this 100 for a pretty routine double, and then to kind of start fighting with 105 and 110 for the heavier sets. What will happen in the next block with a session like this is the weights will go back down to being light. The reps will go up slightly. Essentially, it's just kind of a reset. So I'm not really deloading per se. But for instance, in the first week of this 3-week block, I believe my first working set was with 90. So ideally, when I drop back down, I would have a weight greater than 90 as my first triple of the working set and be able to build from there. So we'll have to see how that goes as far as all of that. The second 105 set here, the second rep here, you'll see that I missed behind, which honestly, with how many times I keep missing out in front, I'm not too disappointed with that. It just means that I actually, put it behind me, but not trying to break my body in half to save a 105 block snatch. But here at the 105, not the best, or that was the first 110. I forgot that I had missed the first rep. And then on the second set here, really good first rep. Caught the bounce actually pretty well. Just didn't have enough energy for the second one. Just the same kind of miss on the first and the second rep, but generally happy with how this day of training has gone, the 3 weeks that I've been doing it. For the most part, weights have gone up just a little bit each time. I'm glad that I haven't just gone ooga booga and decided just to go to heavy singles, and have really been trying to stick with the reps that are there for the most part. And I want to continue to do that, just to continue to build the speed and to build the consistency with these weights, and not just try to sneak under a 120 or 125 just to say I did something heavier, although that would be fun to do for sure, but not the most useful thing versus trying to get to this 110 double or getting to a 115 double and trying to make that look how that 100 looked, trying to push up that routine number as much as I can on a day like this. After you'll see this miss here, I moved on to clean plus push press. I have been really liking not doing power cleans from the blocks. I just feel like it's just so awkward to do them, but the cleans themselves have actually been feeling really good. I feel like I've been pulling it back a lot better and just getting into a lot more of a natural position. Like the cleans have felt just so much better, whether it's with a lighter or even with a heavier weights, as you'll see here. But these push presses actually went pretty well. So did that 70, 100 right here, pretty routine. I remember it not feeling super great on my left shoulder. And then this 120 was the heaviest I was able to get. I tried 130 after, but you see that I missed it. I am adding additional accessory work in for the shoulders, some band work, as well as some dead hangs. So hopefully, that continues to, my shoulder continues just to be strong and not get to the point where it's too aggravated to train or anything like that. But you see here, clean, really good, just didn't have enough with the push press. If I get up to 130, like that's kind of, some of these misses you'll see in these next couple sessions are, or at least like, the top end weights, they're goals for the next 3 weeks. So then when I build back up, I want to build up to greater than, or to 130 here, obviously, since I missed that, but say in like the snatch, how I doubled 100 pretty routinely, like I would like 105, just kind of build all the minimums. Obviously you want to build up the heavier numbers as well, but just to kind of attack it from 2 angles, but to be more, I guess, forgiving in the programming. Because before I would do like a 3-week block like this and just continue to hammer every week and try to increase, which is fine and dandy, but you kind of just run into a wall. And with this, it's kind of like planned failure in a sense, to where it's like, all right, this is the most I could ever possibly do. Let's reset and then build back up and kind of wave back up in 3-week time frames. So that's what I kind of worked on with the chat GPT, kind of like chatting with it to come up with that program, which you can see in the community post if you want to look at the exact program that I have. There's minor changes that I've made with it, and some theories or some thoughts that I'm having about potential changes to the next 3-week blog. I'm not really going too deep in my plans right now as far as like stuff that I actually want to change specifically, until I get closer to the end of this week to kind of really think about how I want things to look, because I don't have anything too solidified. So I'm sure there'll be some adjustments. I already kind of make adjustments as I'm going, but who knows. But that's it for this one. If you made it all the way to this point, I appreciate it, all this blank space, and yeah, I'll talk to you all in the next one. Peace.